Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are by my side with your staff to give me courage. We all know Psalm 23rd, and most of us know it by heart. It is often proclaimed at funerals, so even those who only go to church for weddings and funerals are quite familiar with this text. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are by my side with your staff to give me courage. For a while, after I was adopted at the age of 6, I was afraid to sleep in dark bedroom. Initially, my parents would leave a small nightstand light on. But eventually my mother decided to spend a few nights with me and turn the lights off, trying to wean me off from sleeping with a light on. And I remember very clearly, even being such a young boy, that I was afraid when, for the first time, they turned that light off at night. And I had to sleep in total darkness. But it was easier because my mother was right next to me. I knew that if a monster comes up from under the bed, my new mom would be there to protect me, to give me courage. And so every time I hear these words from Psalm 23 about walking in dark valleys, I go back to my early childhood, to my days of being weaned off from sleeping with the lights on. And I know how real it is to draw courage from knowing that someone is here with me, even though it might be dark and scary. Knowing that someone who cares for me, who loves me, who protects me, is right here with me, makes a world of difference. You see, the Bible and the resurrection of Jesus don't tell us that we will never walk in darkness again. They don't promise that we will live free of pain, fear, and anxiety. If you hear any preacher or priest or bishop tell you that because of the resurrection there will be no more pain and death and suffering in this world, they are lying. Unfortunately, we continue to walk through dark valleys, sometimes valleys of death. Unfortunately, our faith doesn't remove the fear and pain and anxiety that comes with life. Unfortunately, we are still thinking about the monsters who hide below our beds. Even now, as we walk through this dark valley of pandemic, as we wash our hands for 20 seconds at least 20 times a day, as we wear masks on the way to grocery stores, as we are making and taking all these precautions, each one of us deals with anxiety and with fear about our physical life, about our jobs, about our relationships. So many parents and grandparents haven't hugged their children and grandchildren 4 or 5 weeks. And so that walking through a dark valley is very real and tangible at this time for most of us. But like that 6-year-old me, laying under bed sheets, afraid of the monsters, we are not alone. There is someone with us walking through that dark valley alongside with us, not making everything better, painless and fearless, but walking with us through those dark moments. So you will ask, what difference does resurrection make? What difference does faith make in our lives if there is still fear and death and illness and anxiety and all those too many dark valleys we have to walk through? There is a difference. We walk through them not by ourselves, but with a shepherd who knows and loves us. May the 3rd in Poland is celebrated as the Constitution Day. You may not know that, but Poland was the 2nd country in the world and 1st in Europe to proclaim a democratic and liberal constitution. On May 3rd, 1791, just a few years after the US Constitution, Polish Parliament introduced this new document meant to reorganize our life, to reorganize our monarchy, and to give equal rights even to serfs. Poland made this difficult step and wonderful decision in the midst of its own dark valley. You see, for a number of years at that point, 3 empires, and may I add, not friendly ones, were preparing to destroy the Kingdom of Poland. The Tsarist Russia, Bismarck's Germany, and Austro-Hungarian Empire just 3 years later annihilated Poland and removed it from the map of the world for 120 plus years. Next century plus, Polish people walked through a dark valley of fear, occupation, of very tangible anxiety. There was no Poland when this Church of St. Stanislaus was established. But because of our faith, because of our belief in the resurrected Good Shepherd, we continued walking through that dark valley because we believed we don't walk alone. That there is someone who knows and loves us and walks with us. Knowing that you are not alone makes a world of difference. Knowing that you are not going through this on your own gives you courage and strength. It empowers you to sleep at night with no lights on. It makes it possible to survive this pandemic while keeping at least the remnants of your sanity. It makes it possible for us to walk through our illnesses, through pain, and yes, even through death, because we are not walking through pain and death alone. The Good Shepherd, who suffered, died, and had risen, is walking with us. Even though I walk through a dark valley, I fear no evil. Amen.